Alright folks, it is time for the Red Sonic block. I'm kidding, it's the Knuckles block, and we're opening with one of the best Knuckles games. It is Knuckles Blast with Hibnotix.
Thank you very much, Argic. Yes, everybody, it's amazing that we've got a Knuckles block. I'm a little bit sad that this is what we're starting it off with, but hopefully we can make this strong. I have got a lovely S2 on commentary with me. I'm just going to turn on the music for the game. Apologies.
Hello.
Yeah, that is going to come on. S2, yes. He is here. He is here.
I am here.
So
In the flesh.
In the flesh, or are you just a disembodied voice?
You know, maybe I am. Maybe. So, before I go on into this run, I've just got to say, Seraphim, that was absolutely incredible. I'm so glad that we could have something like that, and as somebody who's who's spiritual and who sort of believes in the Christian faith, I think it's nice that we can find a point that we can come together, and yeah, it's just really beautiful. So without further ado, we're gonna do some Sonic Blast. So I am gonna let you know when the time is about to start, and the time it will start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so I'm sure a few of you who might have seen a Sonic game before know what Green Hill looks like. This is yet again another variation of it. So, in the recent release of the Sonic Lego set for Green Hill Zone, they showed a tiny bit of gameplay on this. But anybody who's played this game before will know what the auto demo looks like, and I don't think they even recorded any raw gameplay. I think they just took it from the auto demo because nobody actually wants to play this game, lo and behold. This is a Game Gear title. Do we have a year for this, S2? I believe it is 95 or 96, one of those 2 years. Pretty late in the lifespan of the Game Gear, if I remember correctly.
So, I felt like they nailed the formula pretty darn well for all of the previous Game Gear games. All of the 8-bit titles are pretty decent, but why is this game, why does this game look like this? Why is everything so polished? Why is everything so shiny? What's up with the light sources, S2? I'm sure you have all the answers.
I probably should have done my homework before this. I did not realize I would be tested, but this game kind of uses some pre-rendered graphics. You can think of it like maybe like Donkey Kong Country. So these sprites were modeled and then turned into 2D images and then crammed into a Game Gear. So that's why everything has the look it does, and why all the sprites are so huge on the screen, and Knuckles takes up like a pretty large amount of your screen real estate here.
That's what we love about Sonic games. Well, we are coming up to our first boss. Bosses are kind of trivial. That's all we can really say about that.
Most of them are pretty trivial.
When it comes to doing things optimally, it's sort of just visual cues, isn't it? Really, you just got to make sure you know what to do and when to do it.
Yeah, and with Knuckles Glide, you can kind of get some good hits on the boss pretty quickly.
So our theme, we've got a theme when it comes to these stages. No alliteration like some of the other Sonic games, but we've got Green Hill, Yellow Desert. Any guesses on what the next one might be? I know that Argic's played this game, so I can't exactly ask Argic, but yeah, keep an eye out. See if you can guess what the next couple of stages will be. I thought I'd don the Knuckles and Sonic top, because Sonic is a category in this game, not that anybody particularly cares about it, especially not S2.
Not me.
And yeah, well, in terms of what abilities these characters have, you can see that Knuckles, have we done any climbing yet? I'm not sure. You can do some climbing with Knuckles, and you can do some gliding, like in the other classic games. And Sonic has an unusual ability that we don't really see all too much in Sonic games.
Yeah, he has so Sonic has a triple jump, I guess a double jump. Sorry, not a triple jump, but a double jump,
That would be scary.
That would be pretty bad. But no, he has a double jump that kind of works in the same way maybe the lightning shield from Sonic 3 and Knuckles does, but you get more height off of it than that even. So it's really just a double jump, which is, I believe this is the only game that he has that ability in. So it is pretty neat. Sonic Blast does bring something to the table, believe it or not.
Alright, we can't quite get an optimal boss fight here, but we're gonna give it a go. So we are trying to land as many hits as we can whilst he's sweeping across the stage and hoping to get him off screen. That's a decent boss. One thing that we haven't mentioned, which we do love to mention about this game, is that it's riddled with RNG at the end of every stage, apart from the boss fights. So, signposts. Keep an eye out on the signposts. We're not going to explain how they work, but just keep an eye and see if you can see if you see a theme at all. Ooh, we didn't get elevated up there. That's good. Yes, Red Mountain.
Red
Volcano. No, sorry, I've been playing too much SADX. Red Volcano looking very red right now. I love red.
Love red.
We're going to pretend that red was kids' favourite colour when it was actually purple.
Gotta be one of my favourite colours. Red.
Gotta be. So, yes, I didn't even notice what the signpost was there, but keep an eye out. Basically, do you want to explain it, S2? I'm tired of explaining it. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure. So basically the signpost can be one of a couple images, and depending on what it is, you would get a score modifier. However, there is also a jingle that plays with it, and some of the jingles are longer than the other ones, so we're trying to get Rings or Eggman's head, or I believe Sonic's head for you in this category, so that we have the shortest jingles and we aren't waiting, because you can lose up to 4 seconds on each signpost.
So as if execution wasn't a big problem in speed games already, we've also got RNG that we have, like, we could do nothing about. I think it depends on how long the game's been running, like how long it's been turned on, so yeah, we're not going to try and manipulate that at all.
Yes. It is certainly a frustrating aspect of this game, but it's not the worst thing ever, because you have like a 50% chance every time of getting a good signpost, so it's not terrible.
We are doing a bit of climbing up here to get to the next boss, which it's interesting. I don't quite know what Dr. Robo was going for here. Pogo stick, but he's given us a platform so that we can hit him. Maybe it would be unfair if he didn't have the, I don't know. It's Sonic, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. But we managed to get the optimal fight with that, which is, you love to see it.
I just want to say that the platform does not let you roll off of it, so it's better at flying under Sonic or Knuckles than Tails is.
Than Tails, true. Alright, everybody, I hope you like slowdown in your video games, because, oh boy, we have got a whole lot of slowdown for you. Welcome to water in Sonic Blast.
This level is also certainly a huge difficulty spike in the game, both casually and speedrunning, I would say. Here, we've got a very tight jump, probably less than 5 frames window to actually get it, so...
I'm not gonna mash, I'm just gonna hit and hope.
Yep.
Oh!
Luckily the recovery isn't too bad. You don't lose a terrible amount of time for not hitting it, but if you can get the exact right timing coming out of that pipe, you can hit a very precise jump there and save a little bit of time. Probably the hardest part of the entire run is that one jump, so should be pretty smooth sailing from here on out, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I have a thing for you, Hibby.
Okay, yes.
A $13.03 donation from Broken Hyperlink, who says, "I'm so amazed by the generosity of this community. I love you all, and it's wonderful what we've achieved so far. Here's to breaking another barrier. But I have one thing to ask, Hibby. Pipe jump is for me?
It's not for me, no!
It is not for him, apparently.
It is not for me, this is so sad. Thank you for the donation. Oh, yeah, it's incredible how much we've done. I think the reason why I put this game forward is because S2 and I, we have raced this game countless times, most notably on the ESA and the GDQ channel for Amber's Hotfix, and we'd brought Kid along, and even if it was like about 6 in the morning for them, they absolutely killed the comms every single time. They were just so good. Yeah, like, I know people have been talking about sort of what Kid brought, and just they were actually just extremely talented when it came to commentary. And just thinking about this event, I was just like, oh, I've got to hit up Kid for commentary for it. And I'm just like, no, I can't. Which, sad reality of things, but yeah, I think it's nice that we can show. It's nice that we can do this, and that we've got a Knuckles block.
Yes.
Right, let's see what the signpost RNG here is like. I spoke too soon.
Not the best outcome. But
That's alright.
that one doesn't lose as much time. What we really don't want to see is the Emerald, because that one will lose us the most time.
So now, as if the water wasn't bad enough, we have now got a boss fight underwater. But hopefully I'm going to make this as trivial as I can. So we are going to jump right on the edge of the screen border here. We're going to land 3. We're going to initiate our glide there. Hopefully we can do the exact same thing again. See, for such a game that seems so silly and childish, there are some good setups here, I'm not going to lie. Hey, that was a boss fight. So getting out of this water hell that we find ourselves in, we won't have anywhere near as much slowdown as we did earlier.
Yes. And we are coming up on the last zone already.
Silvercastle.
Quite short.
Try and get an idea of what Silvercastle looks like in your head. It probably didn't look like this. I'd like to know what era of architecture this is, because I don't know, nothing's sort of screaming out to me as in like, oh yeah, this is definitely Victorian era castle right here. I don't know, maybe they have a different idea of what castles look like elsewhere in the world. Maybe I'm just too British thinking.
Could be some interesting Sonic lore behind it.
Seems like we've had good RNG so far. I'm gonna say it now because I'm fully welcome for it to happen. We haven't had an emerald, have we?
No, I don't believe so.
But yeah, Silvercastle, we've got a few more gimmicks going on in this one. We are going to roll here, otherwise we do get hit and we will die. The spin dash there. Funny flaws that make me slow down, which we don't want to spend too much time on. And then these rooms, like, one thing that I will say is that if you haven't seen the Sega Master System version of this game, it was a version that was only released in Brazil, so I feel like that should say, I don't know, it says a lot. But it was horribly unoptimized, and those sections there, I find myself in sort of being chased by spikes. Yeah, that's quite a sight to behold.
Yeah, so you can't see it because of the screen size, but there is, like Hib said, a wall of spikes chasing him.
Alright, we're on to the next gimmick, which is activating a teleporter. So we have got to stay on these sort of funny floaty platform things. And then move on to that teleporter. We are on to the next part. And almost at the end of this stage and almost at the end of the game, where gameplay takes another sort of dip. It doesn't get any better near the end. You'd think, ooh, big finale, big final boss. And in fact, actually, we had a few boss stages where we had to sort of work our way up or sort of do a bit of a maze to get to, and you'd think Silvercastle, there's a lot of teleporters and stuff. Welcome to the final boss. Welcome
so you
to
might
the final
be
boss.
thinking, since there's no signposts, we won't have to worry about RNG anymore, but actually this boss also has a little bit of an RNG element. He can sometimes do a fake out shot where he, pretends to go one side and then goes to the other. and it wastes a little bit of time. So we actually are still hoping for, you know, good numbers here.
Looking good so far. Yeah, people are pointing out that the Master System version, as well as that section, I mean, it's unoptimized all over the park. It is definitely worth having a look at. Okay, we've had one dud shot so far, which is a little bit tedious, but I mean, I love Atari Breakout. This is my favorite Sonic game. So yeah, Argik, is there anything that you want to quickly drop by before the end of the game?
I hate the fact that I see that pixel.
Oh, you mentioned it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad that the flak won't come on us for once.
I was not gonna bring it up. I was very determined not to, but
I mean,
Time might be coming up soon, actually. Okay, time is going to be fade to white. Sorry, that was a bit slow from me, but that is time. So that was Sonic Blast. Okay, I've sort of rudely cut you off. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Well, there. First off, GG, and two, that's RPG Hidden Wizard's fault because they said it in chat first.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Alrighty. Well, everybody, thank you so much. This is certainly probably the strangest way to kick off a Knuckles block, but we're kicking off a Knuckles block. There are so many incredible games that are going to be coming up. We've got stuff from the Adventure era. We've got some classics as well. Definitely a lot to look forward to. One thing that I will say is that before Kid passed away at the end of last year, something that we were looking at together were all of the different Knuckles speedrun categories, and we were sort of working out our lists, and it's something that I wanted to do, and I didn't know that they wanted to do it as well, and I was just like, oh, this is awesome, we can get something going together. So the fact that I don't have them anymore to be able to do that with is sad, but it's something that I want to sort of carry on in their legacy. And again, the fact that we can have a Knuckles block, the fact that we can celebrate their love for this character is so good. In fact, actually, what was it? It was Sonic and the side quests. We just completely hijacked that blast race, because Sonic was there, but we just completely took over that. That became a Knuckles marathon after that point. So yeah, Kid was an incredible entertainer and an incredible speed pal that I will miss from all the Sonic speedrunning community events that I helped work on with him. With them, they were an incredibly hard worker and will be missed. S2, is there anything that you would like to say?
I mean, you've done a good job, you know, saying I like I was saying earlier, Kid was pretty much our go-to person for commentating this run, this race. When we would race it, they were extremely entertaining and like very reliable as well. And yeah, I certainly do miss having them around to do this, but I'm glad that we can kind of keep that, you know, like you said, keep that legacy, keep that memory going, and celebrate it like this.
Indeed. So, let's try that again. Indeed. So, please do stick around for the rest of the Knuckles block. If you do like Knuckles speedruns, sort of in memory of Kid, and it's something that I've wanted to do for a while, I'm going to be speedrunning every Knuckles category that I can, hopefully getting a decent time in the process. This is one of the games that was on the list, and it's one that I've managed to take down, and I feel like I don't want to touch it again, because it's Sonic Blast for the Game Gear. And yeah, so I'll be doing that on my Twitch, /Hibnotix. Sometimes I talk on Twitter, but it's not really worth seeing, so I'm same name everywhere. S2, what about you?
Yeah, I'm S2 Live on Twitch, S2 or S2 Live on other socials. I do play this game from time to time, and I play Sonic, so if you like Sonic, if you like to see Knuckles from time to time, you can also check me out.
Brilliant. And everybody, thank you so much for donating again, and for being able to have us on with such a silly game. But I think it's something that Kid would have loved. And yeah, over to you, Argit.
Thank you very much. Before we finish up here, we do have a $20 donation from J-Bone that says, good luck, Hibs, and keep up the great work to all the other runners, contributors, and behind the scenes raising awareness for this great cause. And with that, we are going to say goodbye to Sonic Blast. We're going to head over to our intermission, where we're going to have an in memory from Alice Noon.
had the pleasure of working with kids on a number of different projects in speedrunning, mostly through a commentary aspect, whether that be doing commentary for tournaments or through kids commentating some of my marathon runs. But my memory that I'd like to share is more of a sort of personal, informal one. I remember we were hanging out in a Discord chat once, and I was grinding an IL for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I was able to beat the current world record for that IL during my practice session. And I remember not feeling particularly excited because in my mind it was always, if it was easy to do something and didn't take much time, then it wasn't worth being excited over. And I just remember kids' reaction being, very much the opposite of that. They were excited for me. They were so positive about it. And what they said to me really stuck with me, which was, that's the fastest that's ever been done. Like that's something you should really be proud of. I mean, yeah, even if someone comes along and beats it tomorrow, that's like one thing. But the fact is, for this point in time, you had like the fastest time for that, and you should feel proud of that. And I've definitely tried to keep that message with me since we had that conversation. And I think that's probably the biggest influence that Kid had on my mentality in speedrunning and just in my life in general. It kind of sums up the kind of person that they were, the kind of person that wanted to see the best in their friends and celebrate with them when they did well, and was really genuinely happy to see their friends achieve things. And I just think it's such a loss to all of us now that they're gone. We're going to miss you so much, Kid. And I know for those of us that knew you, we'll keep moving forwards with that message that you gave us because it's such a beautiful thing. We miss you, Kid.